What on earth has happened to gloves? Good morning, good morning! Out in a wee blast today on the Z800. We decided just go out in a wee blast, clear the pipes, and update you a wee bit on the channel. So there's been a few things recently on the channel, NC500 and stuff by myself, and a couple of other guys have put stuff in, but you may be wondering the same as myself, what on earth has happened to gloves? So he put out a video and then he disappeared. I wonder where he is. Oh, it's quite a nice fresh wind actually. I've not even thought about putting on my new heated grips yet. So the problem with these ones is they don't come with a ring terminal for the positive, because unlike the Oxford, which will cut off when the battery gets too low, these ones don't. So instead you're meant to fit them to a switch live, so only when the ignition's on will they come on. Well, I did that, or what I thought was that, but I was in the garage pretty cold doing it and somehow managed to put it ahead of the switch. I've just ordered a Thunderbox, which is basically it's a power, what do they call it?
Oh man,
how's 2020 been?
Horrendous, pretty much. Like everybody's got their own personal stories and stuff, and COVID and blah blah blah, and family things and this that and the next thing. But man, my bike, this has not been a good year for me. Like any other year, I think I'd have done the same things and made the same mistakes that I have done. But with having had the garages closed as well, that's majorly impacted everything that's happened.
Slowed everything down in terms of getting stuff done.
So like 2021 started off really well for me. So the MT10s, for anybody who doesn't know, like the R1 headers are titanium. The MT10s are not. So they corrode because it's not got any bodywork to protect itself, and it just
throws all the crap up into it.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. And the titanium headers, once you've got them polished up and they go blue and stuff, look pretty gnarly. So like you could invest in shares in titanium headers off of the R1s and you'd make money, because every time some come up for sale, there's like a scrum fight between everybody in the MT10 community trying to get a hold of them. So start of this year I got some for a good price as well. Undamaged, a little bit dirty, but that was fine. First thing I run up against was the brake lines that Hella supplied, where they split to go down to the calipers. Not a criticism at all. They started leaking at that point, but like their customer service is incredible. They sent me out new ones straight away, no cost or anything like that. Just that's a mistake on our part, and they sent me out new ones straight away. I ended up having to put different clamps on for the exhaust where it joins the cat box, and Numbnuts here should have listened to his own advice about not doing this kind of stuff, because I managed to put one of the bolts for that straight into the sump. And
I remember you saying
and then exit stays left for my engine oil. I put on a new chain and sprocket. Like, it's probably the only job out of all this list of things that I should have been attempting, and never mind being anywhere near or thinking about doing. So now I have finally got the bike back on the road. It's all good to go, and it's now November.
And it's cold.
And it's freezing cold,
And wet.
Yeah. So, like my 2020, like I put that video up right at the start of 2020 of my last couple of years. Like, here's all the stuff I've been doing, and this is what you can expect from me. And I'm like, I'm super motivated to get going, and like I'm going to do all sorts of things. And then it's like, nothing. I thought so many times about putting up a video, or like, this is where I am, but it would have turned into assault every single time. I would have just been moaning. So you know, with all the stuff that's happened this year, like I'm not somebody who complains normally, and I don't think like all of that stuff like that. At the point where I have a car as well, is just a toy. I can't justify it any other way at this moment in time. Soon to change. Coming, like, so I can't be too sad about it, but like it's such a big part of, like, I've had motorbikes now for years and years, and always ridden, and like I've wintered bikes before through the winter, but there's other stuff going on, so you kind of like accept that that's a thing. But not having it all summer and not having our trips and stuff, that's been a real real pain.
Yeah, that's it, because we were meant to have the trip as annual over to Europe.
Yeah.
Which didn't happen because of COVID and various other things. And as you say, now in November, still no group tour, and even next year it's like, when can it happen? When can we get away? So.
Well, I was thinking about it. This is the first time I've seen you since last time we went to Europe.
Yeah.
So that's like over a year and a half ago.
Year and a half, 18 months at least. Yeah.
And
none of us have seen pics, but that'll become clear later on as to why we've not seen pics on his bike.
2020 is going to be one of those years for years to come.
Yeah.
Like say in like 20 years time when you're an old timer at work and there's somebody who's just joined all fresh faced and that, and you're recounting that time that you weren't here in 2020. Like everybody's going to have that for 2020 for years. It's been such a big thing. So like I was thinking about that, and it kind of motivated me a little bit. Like I will admit that we're coming into winter and I do like to hibernate. But it motivated me to think, because we missed out on so much, then like there's an opportunity to make sure that 2021, 2022, whatever, that like you have a plan, something big, and you go for it.